I am John. Today I will show you how Taxpirin will help your company in just 2 simple steps, plus reconcile. To start, you need to create a 30-day free trial account. Create your username and complete other login information. After you have confirmed your account and accept the terms and conditions, you may now start using Taxpirin. Determine your tax compliance in 2 easy steps. The first step is setup. In this process, you need to fill in the company information, such as name, address, and tax types on which the company has registered. The information needed here are usually found in the certificate of registration issued by the BIR. Next, identify the taxable year you want to pre-audit. For first-time users, input and activate your subscription code here. Following the setup of taxable year, import the company's final trial balance. Please take note that it is important to copy the trial balance into a template provided by the system. After importing, map the accounts in the trial balance to the standard chart of accounts available in the system. After setup, you are now ready to start your tax compliance procedures. Second step, generate. The first part of the tax compliance is to encode your tax returns. Taxpirin covers 6 types of taxes, such as expanded withholding tax on compensation, value-added tax, fringe benefits tax, final tax and income tax. You can encode your tax returns monthly, quarterly, and annually as appropriate. Please be reminded that you have to prepare first your tax returns. This solution is intended to review and check only the work of an accountant, and not to replace his or her job. It is necessary to supply the correct information in each return. For instance, in the VAT returns, you have to properly classify the revenue, whether it is subject to 12% VAT, 0 rated, sales to government, or VAT exempt. You might say that our company is income tax or VAT exempt, and we do not need Taxpirin. But even if you have tax exemptions or 0 ratings, it is beneficial to use Taxpirin, since the BIR assesses a company for misclassifications of collections or income. For example, a PESA registered company classifies their income as nil, or 0 in the returns, since they are VAT 0 rated. However, the financial report says otherwise. The BIR issued a tax finding on them for undeclared income subjected to VAT. In the value-added tax forms, you will notice that it specifically asks for detailed information which should match with your financial reports. This is true for all tax forms, which should be consistent with each other. All tax returns provided in the system were based on the updated tax forms issued by the Bureau of Internal Revenue. When done with encoding, post the tax return. Do the same for all other type of tax forms. After encoding your tax returns, you can now generate the report for initial tax findings. Generating the report for initial tax findings is very fast and easy. The initial tax audit report contains all possible tax exposures the BIR might audit, assuming you have filed your tax returns without using Taxpirin. Amounts in red indicate tax findings, assessments, or deficiencies, while amounts in black indicate overpayment or over-remittance. Possible tax exposure entails a huge amount of money, and unfortunately, this sometimes forces companies to cease operations or dissolve their corporations, because they can no longer settle their outstanding tax liabilities with the BIR. To minimize the risk of tax exposures, it is highly important that the taxpayer should know about these findings. To know more about these exposures, you may contact a tax consultant, or upgrade to Reconcile. If you upgrade to Reconcile, you will be able to know more about the details or source of your tax findings, and correct it by making the necessary adjustments. In making adjustments, you will be guided by questions to correct the errors. These questions are based from the applicable tax regulations. After reconciling and eliminating tax findings, you can now generate your revised tax audit report. When you are satisfied with the report, you can print the final tax returns, assuming your plan covers these features. After doing the 2 simple and easy steps, plus reconcile, you will prevent BIR audit, prevent tax findings, and accordingly remove hassles, worries, stress, and headaches. So, what are you waiting for? Create a free account now. and get a 30-day trial experience. Visit www.taxpirin.com for more info.